got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
Welcome back to welcome back to another episode of Mr. Truth. I am your number one host on this show. It's Sunday, like 2 hours before football, so might as well do a quick stream. And it's nothing really special. It was just me and X. Went through X and I was clicking on random videos. Well, not really random videos. I haven't seen any of them, so technically they're all random. So we'll see. Before we start the show, we know we got to start off with something a little bit upbeat. I don't know if it's upbeat, but what we do need to do is some music. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I am president. That's not what happened. Remember, if I was president, word.
If I was president, I'd be fucking tripping. Every sitting politician convicted, they stuck in prison. They get hung from a tree for the treason that they committed. Every pedophile would die for stealing children of their innocence. If I was president, we would treat veterans better than how we treat them now. We just feed them a bunch of medicine. I'd shut the borders down, build a wall, let them drown. Ain't our problem now, we got problems in our own town. If I was president, I'd shoot these motherfuckers in the face. Ain't no more terrorists, the enemies of the state. Got a problem with my policy, see me at the gate. I'm all about freedom of speech, freedom I reinstate. If I was president, ain't no burning flags, they will always be flying up in the wind. If I was president, ain't no touching kids, you gon' die, but I bet they gon' live. If I was president,
Right, man. No touching fucking kids, you piece of shit.
If I was president, we would all unite and be proud to be called Americans. Humble boy, never sense of freedom of speech, cause some people need to learn their words or get their ass beat. Number two, get rid of these gun-free zones, cause our kids will be protected.
I didn't even set it up to Rumble.
Number
Fuck.
three, any vets who pay the debt to this country are the first ones on the list when we talk about giving money. Number four, close the motherfucking border, and until we out of debt, nobody gets another quarter. Number five, get a job done with all these handouts. You don't work, then you don't eat off other people's tax dollars. Number six, speak of Texas.
Oh shit, I am live. That's weird.
Penalizing blue collar people and taking that for shit. Seven, right or left, we under one wing. No matter who is president, there's only one king. 8 years, 9 out of 10 don't have a clue. And I don't know about you, but listen, this is what I do. If I was president, ain't no burning flags, they will always be flying up in the wind. If I was president, ain't no touching kids, you gon' die, but I bet they gon' live. If I was president, veterans would smile, never have to look down for what they did. If I was president, we would all unite and be proud to be called Americans.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't realize. I thought I took Rumble off the live, but apparently that was wrong. So let me fix that real quick. While I'm doing that, gonna watch a bunch of videos. Like I said, this one happened to come from a Senate committee hearing on yeah, you like my tattoos? The Senate committee hearing on illegals, and they had 3 witnesses and an advocate, at least for the Republican side, because the liberals had their own, and it was like 1, and they couldn't stand her. But this is the advocate talking about illegal immigrants being in the United States. And Harris said that they're not committing crimes at all, which we all know is bullshit. It's a lie if you watch the fucking media. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the Hottie McHoddison talking about,
Miss Ugiri.
yeah.
Miss Ugiri, just hit the mic there if you could. Thank you.
As a daughter of immigrant parents, I am ashamed of what the Biden and Harris administration has done to our country by opening our borders to all, including criminals, who are wolves in sheep's clothing. Doctor, I heard you mention that over 115,000 people are missing in Mexico. I know. One of those people is my cousin, and all of my family lives in Mexico. We have to comprehend that the majority of those are women, and there's a word that is used in Mexico, and it's called femicidio, and that's called femicide. The act of being murdered just because you are a woman. It is
Like
unimaginable for us to think
and the
that
Arab world.
alongside those seeking refuge are not the same people that are there to victimize them, and alongside victimized citizens as well. I have personally worked 3 cases within the city of Houston where little girls were targeted simply because they were young, beautiful, and vulnerable, and of course, underage. Predators have an appetite for children. And in all these cases, there was an 11-year-old, a 12-year-old whose mom is here today, and a 16-year-old freshman in high school. I'm gonna be the voice today for Maria Gonzalez, who is also a migrant. She arrived here, and her father didn't own a vehicle. He walked to work. Her father is the essence of the type of immigrants we should want in this country. Law-abiding, hardworking man working for $7 an hour.
My parents were
14
hardworking
hours a day.
immigrants.
He left that weekend, and
They
he
were
told
actually-
his daughter he was going to work. She
They
had a cell
served 20
phone.
years in the military.
She was in the
Both of
safety
them.
of her home. This migrant that came here as a child crossed the border, was given to a sponsor, and was only here 3 weeks before he decided to leave his sponsor's home, go to Pasadena, Texas from Louisiana, and he saw Maria. At one point or another, he decided that was gonna be his prey. He saw her father leave to work. He knew their schedule. He knocked on Maria's door. Maria, recognizing that it was a neighbor, told her father on WhatsApp on a voice message, "Hey dad, somebody's knocking on the door." And she said it in Spanish, "Papi, me estás tocando la puerta." Dad, is that you knocking on the door? Thinking her father had forgotten something. That was the last time he ever heard Maria's voice. When Maria went to the door, there's a little chain that we have in those apartments, right? When you open the door to try to keep us safe, that chain was not enough to keep this animal out of Maria's apartment. He pushed his way in, and Maria fought for her life. She
11
was
years
11
old.
years old. To all of you, 3 little girls passing away may not be many. But what if one of those little girls was your daughter, your granddaughter, or your niece? Can you imagine them trying to fight off a grown man off of them? The shock of being undressed. The pain of being beaten and smothered. Trying to fight for your life while a predator's one objective is to use them to satisfy their sick and demented appetites. Our girls deserve protection. Our girls deserve to live their life without fear. Our girls deserve to perish in a natural manner of old age. We live in a society where we have gained so much medical advancements that if you have cholesterol, diabetes, heart disease, they will take care of you. But we're losing healthy children. And this case to me resonates because she's also a migrant child. And this says to me we're letting everything through the...
They don't want healthy children. Why? So they can grow up and be weak and dependent on pharmaceutical medications. Not to mention the grooming they go through as well in schools and all. I didn't put it on mute.
the border because we're not checking them. And you're victimizing citizens, you're victimizing immigrants alike. We're not against immigration, we're against unvetted immigration. And I want you to know, as a woman who has a majority of their family in Mexico that
knowing the process of going through the legal way, I think that produces better Americans, better immigrants, because they're vetted big time. The amount of shit I had to provide to them just for my wife alone was fucking stupid.
That are not privileged enough to be in this country, there's no such thing as collecting DNA swabs. There's no such thing as embalming. There's no such thing as doing a real autopsy like we do here. Mexico and Central America is where predators thrive. You think they come here to this country and it's the first time they do this? No. This is just a place where we figure it out, and we care about our daughters, and we're gonna find out. Finding a little girl in Mexico that has been sexually assaulted is just a normal Tuesday.
In India.
It's nothing unusual.
In
So
India,
I
they
want you
gang
to
rape
know,
them.
immigration is good. I am the living proof of that. My parents don't even have a speeding ticket. That's the type of migrants we want. But bringing them to this country, it's further victimizing what these same immigrants got away from in their countries. We have to have some form of check and balances, a real system to identify these criminals that are hiding in they're wolves in sheep's clothing.
are.
Is
Well,
what they
coyotes.
are. So I ask you, I implore you, close your eyes. I know you have a little girl in your family. Imagine somebody undressing her. Imagine somebody fighting her. Imagine somebody strangling her. Maria was so covered in bruises, I had to go and shop for a funeral dress for her to cover the damage that man did to her. Maria lost fingernails in her fight, and she's a migrant child. Not everybody is the same, and we have to identify these monsters because, like my dad says, they're giving all of us good migrants such a bad name. We owe it to the migrants that are getting away from these communities, and we owe it to our citizens to offer them a safe society. People say, well, citizens kill too, but in these cases, all of these cases are migrants that cause this. And it's the failure of our policies by not
She
checking
is
them.
fucking hot, Yeti.
Thank you.
Amen.
All right. Remember, I said this is the X-Files, and by X, I mean formerly known as Twitter. Why am I not on the big screen? So we're going to watch a few, more than a few, videos from X, from random pages such as Tim Waltz, Donald Trump, JD Vance, Doug Imhoff, and did I say Kamala Harris yet? Yeah, those guys. First video, I think this came from Defiant L's, and abortion is more important than the economy, guys. That's Harris's campaign. At least that's what I think this is, because I didn't really watch them. I just blind reactions. Ready?
The abortion issue. That's more important to me than the economy. I don't think the administration has a lot of control over what's going on with the economy right now, but I think we will have some control over what goes on with abortion.
Personally, the issues with Gaza, Palestine, I think it's an important issue for me.
The abortion issue. That's more important to me.
Abortion is the most important issue for this lady. I'm curious. Why do you put it over the economy? The economy should be the biggest issue. Because economy collapses, the government gets less money because they're spending too much, and places like Planned Parenthood could lose funding, depending on who's in the office and who's in the Congress. So I'm just saying. And then the kid with the USA stuff saying Gaza is the most important thing to him. Dude, wait till you get out of your mom's basement and have to actually start paying rent and property taxes if you buy, which you probably won't. Renter's insurance. Yeti, I think a lot of these ones that are pro-abortion were people that wouldn't get an abortion in the first place, or too old, or are men. Those fucking beta, low T soy boys who probably like to get pegged. Maybe that's why they like trans women. I don't know. Shit's fucking crazy. On to the next. Let me see what the next one is. Like I said, I got a bunch. Yeah, I'm looking up because I have a bunch of screens. And I gotta find them on the other ones. Oh, crap. I just cut out. All right, this is Tim Waltz's wife. And she's trying to tell her what she needs to do. Now, listen to the lemmings of the sheep. All the ones that are following, something stupid. Like, I don't know. What the hell is Turn the Page? It's a song by Leonard Skinner, I believe. No. I'll get back to you on that. I know it's not Leonard Skinner, but called Bob Seger. Bob Seger's Turn the Page. If you haven't heard it, highly recommend it. Anyway, let's get to I don't even know what the fuck her name is. Miss Waltz.
I kind of liked it when she did this. Turn the page. You like that? Okay, so I need you to be with me and practice with me. What are we going to do? We're going to turn the page. Oh, pretty good. Do it again. We're going to turn the page. And we're going to turn the page. All right, so I'm going to be watching you because when I see Wisconsin, and I'm going to watch you nationally on TV because this is a pretty important place, and Minnesota helped you practice with this.
Minnesota.
You just show me this. Turn the page. Right? Turn the page. And you know what else that looks like?
It looks stupid. A rainbow?
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Donald Trump. We are turning the page.
You just changed your hand. Not the same thing.
52 days and we are turning the page. 52 days and it is bye-bye, Donald Trump.
Bye-bye, Donald Trump. We just gotta turn the page. Say it with me. Turn the page. Ow. Turn the page. Fuck, man. Some people are retarded. I mean, I can't say that. I don't want to offend anybody. Speaking of retards. Sitting Congressman Robert Garcia, and he's pretty much in Vegas. Listen to what he says. Remember, they're in Las Vegas.
Hey everyone, it's Congressman Robert Garcia. We're here in Las Vegas with Long Beach and all of our Long Beach friends walking.
What the fuck are Long Beach people doing there? Oh, hold on.
Knocking on doors and talking about the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris. It's really important, especially everybody back home in California, to please volunteer or help in states like Nevada, like Arizona. These are critical for us to win. So please get out, support. We got to stop Donald Trump. We're not going back.
Why are Californians at a rally for Harris Waltz in Las Vegas, Nevada? You obviously know they're bussed in. Look at the amount of people there. What the fuck are California voters going to do in Nevada that will help Trump win the election? Anybody? God damn it. Anybody? Bueller. They can't vote in Nevada. They're bussing people in for what? Is there not a lot of local Harris supporters? Could that be it? Considering, you'd think Harris would be talking to the people in California, considering it's her fucking state. God, stupid phone. All right. This one, it's a weird turn. I thought she was going to be negative about white people, but this was the exact opposite of what I was expecting. Maybe she's trolling, maybe she's being for legit, and maybe she can definitely put those things around my... Oh.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm gonna post this video on Twitter. And if you get to see it, you're lucky, because I'm probably gonna delete it really fast because it's really racist. But I want to get the shit out of my chest because I can't take it no more. But I need white people to really start being white supremacists again. I need you guys to tap into that shit and do it again, please, because this country is out of control. I mean, goddamn, we got little kids thinking that they could be fucking females, and we got black people thinking they built America. This shit is crazy. And honestly, if you guys don't do anything about it, your whole generation is gonna be completely. I mean, come on, now you guys are getting killed off right now, and you guys. It seems like you guys are okay with it. Your women are getting raped. That's for sure, by Muslims and blacks. It's happening all the time. You see it. Ain't nobody say anything, because you can't say nothing bad about a Muslim or a black man. Or you can let them rape. Go ahead, let them rape. But don't say anything about being racist. Don't say that, right? You guys need to stop it, okay? I don't know. I think Alex Jones was right about the whole frog gay shit, because white people used to be so strong. And you guys now are literally letting a word, racism. The word racism is killing your whole generation. It is. You're scared to be a racist. You better be a racist, because if you're not, this is going to kill you off. Basically, racism means
Oh, I
the
would
death
too,
of
for
white
sure,
people.
for sure. Definitely my type when it comes to black women. Can I say black women? Is that allowed? But like I said, that totally took the wrong turn for me. Because when I first came across it, I was like, whoa. When I saw white supremacy, I thought it was going to be a negative thing about white people. It shouldn't be. I replaced the battery not like 2 weeks ago. If it is, I don't hear it. But yeah, that thing took a totally wrong turn. I was totally expecting it to be racist towards white people, but it was the exact opposite. Woman speaking the truth. I love based women. And most of the time, a based woman is fucking smoking hot. Believe it or not. Look at Anna Kasparian. She's starting to get based. It's good. Good. This one. Libs of TikTok. So, like I said, I went everywhere. This Libs of TikTok video is about a former California teacher being arrested. Why would a California teacher be arrested in America these days? I don't know. Let's check it out. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't even mention Savannah Hernandez, bro. Half Filipino, half Mexican. Perfect. Perfect.
A Santa Barbara man facing sex charges against children appears to be on the run from law enforcement tonight. This is 54-year-old Steven Shapansky. He is facing 2 felony counts of lewd and obscene acts.
Yo, did you check out her fucking swimsuits? Girl, ooh-wee. I'd vote for her too. In more ways than one.
With a child under 14 years old and 70 misdemeanor counts of electronic peeping. His charges stem from his time working as a teacher at a Santa Barbara charter school. Shapansky was due in a Santa Barbara County courtroom today, but did not show up. Now, he was last seen
He looks
here
like
in
almost
Fresno on
Chili
September
de
11th,
Castro.
riding a 2021 blue Honda Monkey motorcycle. It is possible he may be headed toward Yosemite National Park. If you see him, you're asked to call 911. A Santa Barbara man facing sex charges against children
He's
appears
on
to be
the
on the run
run.
from law.
You know, it is California, so would he have beaten the justice system? We'll never know. I highly doubt it. Crimes he's got, but the fact that the dude's on a run and it's okay. Like, are they really looking for him? Y'all hear that? This next video, it's from, I believe, Florida. It's a Ring doorbell, and it's a kid that... Jesus Christ, get on my big screen. A kid that was on Roblox, and he was talking to these adults. He sent the kid pictures of him. The kid sent pictures of his mom to him, and this is what happened.
had an older brother and a sister?
I have a sister.
Yeah, the audio's low. There's nothing I can do about it.
You told me that your mom was hot.
She is.
You sent me pictures of your mom.
She's very hot.
Well, does she know that I'm coming over to meet her?
Can I tell her?
So you didn't tell her?
No.
Well, I don't know how she's going to react. Did you send her the pictures?
No.
Video.
Mom, there's this guy out here wondering if you can get
What up, Zip?
Or if
No,
she...
he sent me pictures of her.
Yeah, I sent you pictures of him to this guy I met on
Of
Roblox.
you? I don't know.
Roblox. It's a kid.
No.
Dude, I played Roblox and he sent me pictures of his
That's
mom.
weird. That's really weird. Isn't that like a kid's
Gave me
game?
y'all's address.
Yeah, see? Get in this house. I'm sorry. This is not right.
I've never even
I
been
can't
on
believe you're not
Roblox.
playing on Roblox for a while.
Pictures
That's not okay. You just come roll up at someone's house.
And then all of a sudden I asked for pictures of his mom. I know that sounded crazy.
Don't you ever send pictures of me to anybody.
Well, I don't play online games.
Yeah, that's weird either way.
You know?
Yeah, that's not okay. Get in the house. Come on. I'm sorry he wasted your time. Come on.
This nigga literally rolled up to the fucking house. I don't even see a driveway. Shit's dangerous, and it could have been worse. And can't really blame the kid, but at the same time, what's the thing we always say? Monitor your kids' devices, and now we know even more. Like Minecraft, Roblox, they're all doing some shady ass shit. And they honestly should not be online. Yeah. I know my kids do Roblox, but it was easy to check. That shit's crazy. And the fact that it happens more and more and more makes it even worse. And states like California who want to normalize, well, this had nothing to do with the child. But there's no way to find out how old they really are on those kind of platforms, which make them dangerous. Maybe, just maybe, that's something the government should look into. Do something legit. They can catch motherfuckers off Roblox. What's that other fucking stupid game where they build shit? I don't know. It'll come back to me. So this video, I don't know if it's true or legit, but it's not Haitians. They're actually Africans in this place, Parkwood. I don't know where in Parkwood, what state it's in. But if it's not happening in Ohio, it's obviously happening in this place. The fuck? Now, this has been circulating in a lot of the blue check marks on X, so they could... Wait, Fortnite too? Fuck. My kid plays Fortnite. She's a woman, though.
Yo, what is this they got on the grill?
Is that the thing kills the cats?
Man, listen, man. There go a cat right there. His ass better get missing, man. Look like his homies on the grill, man. What the fuck? Yo.
Ain't gonna lie. If that's not a cat, that's some weird ass fucking chickens. Or could be ducks. I don't know. You'd think they would remove the foot, but whatever. They're Africans. They gotta eat the whole piece of thing. I'm not being racist. It's just the truth. And things like that really are happening across this country, but you know why the media won't tell you? What the media is going to tell you is you're being fucking racist, you're being hateful, and you shouldn't be doing it. Is it racist when you state facts? I've eaten dog. Dog's like not a delicacy, it's a rare thing to It happens in the Philippines. Nobody else in my family, at least my immediate family's tried it. I just wanted to see what it was like. Did I eat it in Korea? I don't think so. I really don't know. And if you eat Chinese food, you probably eat cats. Just saying. Now, the news won't tell you that there are actually people in big cities that are really pissed off about the bullshit that these immigrants are bringing. One of the main cities is Chicago, which is weird because you'd think by the way they vote that they would be welcoming to all these immigrants. However, they're waking up. And a lot of them, it looks like they're not going to vote Harris by the way they talk about themselves. Guarantee you they're still going to vote for Harris, probably for one reason and one reason only.
Neglecting us and giving to them, people that they don't know who they are. I asked them, is there any type of vetting process for them to come over here from Texas to Chicago? They told me no. When I said this to Alderman Vasquez, he lied to my face, and he told me that they are being vetted. When I asked them, they said they're not being vetted. They
Politician lying?
Taken, they just got put
Unheard
on
of.
the bus and shipped over here. That's why there's gangs over here now. This is why there's gangs roaming the streets. I asked them, is there any type of regulation? Is there any type of police oversight or curfew? They told me no. This is why they're able to do whatever they want to do. Break into stores, vandalize, break into cars, run people over with cars that they steal from people, children.
Yeah,
These people
by
come
people
from
he means
countries
children.
that traffic in drugs and children that our government is subsidizing, while they're telling us that we need to be sympathetic to them. They're putting them in our community, the black communities. We have to take the blunt of all of this, of this illegal immigration. And we're getting told that we're the bad guys if we have any complaint for it. For years, the government has said that they were going to do something to the south side and the west side, and every single time they say, well, you know, it's not in the budget right now, we need more votes, it's a process, it's this, it's that. Yet illegal immigrants come over and millions of dollars out of apparently nowhere gets to go to them. Criminal or non-criminal, it doesn't matter, they still get to go to them. Adults my age, these are not old men and old ladies with little babies, not most of them, no. These are adults my age that our government neglects the citizens of, the veterans sleeping on the streets, and they're giving to them. These people are preying on the elderly in our community. We've seen that time.
We all know when it comes to veterans, obviously, it really affects me. Because I have brothers and sisters, not ones that I know, at least that I know of. They thrown away. We get thrown away by society. I got water. It's been happening forever. Look at our Vietnam vets. They were literally tossed aside and forgotten. And soon my generation's in the military, the GWAT generation, we've already been forgotten for the most part. I mean, look what happened at the memorial in Abbey Gate when the President of the United States didn't even fucking show up for the memorial. The Vice President of the United States didn't fucking show up for the memorial. They were invited. It wasn't just Trump. They invited both. So don't let the media lie to you. Because that's all they do.
Time and time again, all of that's been documented. They're preying on the children, not just in Chicago, in New York, in Colorado. The government has neglected us, and we have the list of everybody who has approved of it, everybody who has voted for it, everybody who lies to our face. We're tracking everything, and your seats is up.
Shit's crazy, isn't it? They want you to believe that there's nothing happening. They want you to, they think you're dumb. They think we're all dumb. And this next guy I got coming up, the Chinese spy fucker. I don't even know why he still talks about anything involving Donald Trump. This motherfucker literally slept with a Chinese fucking spy. Think her name was Fang Fang? Some weird shit. Eric Swalwell. And let's hear what he has to say about Donald Trump.
Okay, it's a little late, but just wanted to go through the countries that a convicted felon cannot enter, because it's kind of crazy that Donald Trump, if
Let's
he's
listen to
elected,
the countries.
would not be able to go to these countries. Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Cambodia, Canada, Chile, China, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Egypt,
Congressman, it's getting late. Time to go.
Okay. Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Iran, Ireland, Israel, Japan, Kenya, Macau. Can't go to Macau.
Congressman, the parking garage is going to close soon. We got to leave.
This is gay.
Thank you. Malaysia, Mexico, Morocco, Nepal, New Zealand, Peru, Philippines.
Doubt it.
Singapore?
Nope.
South Africa?
Oh.
South Korea? That's important now.
Congressman, we're leaving.
Taiwan? Tanzania? Tunisia? Turkey? Ukraine? United Arab Emirates? United Kingdom?
Oh, Eric. Oh, Eric. Do you really think those countries you just listed off will tell Donald Trump, no, you can't come here? I highly doubt that will ever happen. Most countries feared the United States. Just imagine not letting the president of the United States in your country, and guess what? Suddenly tariffs and trades go away. You don't want to deal with the president of the United States? We don't have to deal with your country anymore. Great. Also, might as well pull out of NATO and the UN. NATO's obsolete anyway. So, yeah. Shit's crazy. I will have to check in the Philippines because Duerte's not in charge anymore. Oh, actually, I don't know what this video is about. This one was posted by Elon Musk. So we're both going to figure it out. That comment right there, Yeti. I don't know. I'm just saying, for diplomacy, that will never happen.
The Democrat open borders plan to entrench single-party rule, explained in under 2 minutes. 1. Flood the country with untold millions of illegals by land, sea, and air from all over the world, enough to eclipse the populations of 36 individual U.S. states so far. 2. Prioritize the needs of these millions of non-citizens over the needs of the American citizen, with free flights, buses, hotels, meals, and phones, ensuring their loyalty to the political party that imported them. 3. Keep them in the country at all costs, even when they commit violent crime like murder and rape. Attack the language used to describe the criminals, as opposed to the criminals themselves. Slander critics as
Think
racist.
about it. Change the definition like they did with illegal immigrants. Remember, you can't call them illegal immigrants anymore. They're undocumented immigrants. Undocumented. Pretty sure that means illegal.
4. Ensure their privileges are made irrevocable with city and state sanctuary laws that act as population magnets. Codify permanent status and ensure non-cooperation with ICE. 5. Count the non-citizens in the census that will determine congressional apportionment in the House of Representatives. As of now, that would equal 13 extra congressional districts. A tremendous amount of
They knew
electoral
what they were
power.
doing.
6. Wage a massive, heavily funded lawfare campaign to change state voting laws that legalize mass mail-in ballots. No signature verification and no proof of citizenship requirements, making it nearly impossible to prove voter fraud. 7. Lock in the permanent voting majority with campaign promises of lavish benefits and permanent privileges, enshrining generational fealty to the Democrat Party. 8. Win elections. 9.
Hey, when that
Entrench
president
single-
said he'd have them voting for Democrats for the next 50 years, has it been 50 years yet? Because that would mean a lot when they said this election could change the country and the world. It's the most important election since ever.
Party rule has been achieved. The best part? Your tax dollars are paying for it.
Yep. And if you own a house, your tax dollars are also paying for liberal educations from, teachers and shit. Oh, this one's great. So when I told my daughter, hey, guess what? Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. She was like, I know, that she's fucking stupid. She's a Swiftie. Apparently, a lot of Swifties are telling, Swiftie she's fucking retarded and are getting rid of her. Kind of like we do with football players that, take a contract with another team, Tom Brady, when they should have just stayed in one place since they only had 3 more years left anyway, and they were offering you kind of the same contract. Not that happens in the NFL or whatever. So this one, I've always had a crush on this chick. I don't know why. Since she was on Fox and Friends. And she's going to tell us about her thoughts on Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift should probably listen to this because it's very important.
Screw you, Taylor Swift. That's how I would like to begin. But she says the reason she's voting for Kamala Harris is because of Tim Walz' LGBTQ stance. Do you know what Tim Walz has done on the LGBTQ front? Well, here's what's going to happen. A little girl is going to find herself down a rabbit hole on Reddit. Reddit's going to tell her she's actually a boy. And she's going to get sucked into this gender cult. And she's going to say, Mom and Dad, I want puberty blockers and new cross-sex hormones, which will sterilize her. And they're going to say, no, you're a girl. And she's going to say, but I want top surgery, this benign thing, this double mastectomy where I'll have tubes coming out of me and I'll never breastfeed a child. I want that too. And they're going to say no. And she's going to go to a judge in Minnesota, and because of Tim Walz, the court will take custody of her, use the Medicaid funds in Minnesota to provide her all of those things, chop off her breasts, sterilize her with the puberty blockers and the cross-sex hormones. And when this girl inevitably comes to the conclusion that she didn't want any of this, that it only added to her problems, which were the divorce and the acne and the puberty and not any trans issue, who is she going to go to then? This is all because of Tim Walz. That's what Minnesota is doing right now to little girls and boys, taking custody away from the parents so that they can have these procedures without any loving parent there to help. And that's what Taylor Swift just endorsed for your children. So screw you, Taylor Swift. Thank you for saying that.
Megyn Kelly. Mm-hmm. And the thing I've really hated about the transitioning, whether it's adults or children, especially children, when they do these surgeries, take these things that they shouldn't be, guess what? I'm sorry. They become lifelong patients. What I mean by that? Obviously, they got to keep getting checked up. And they help Big Pharma. The longer they put them on medications, they keep charging them. They keep Big Pharma in business. They keep hospitals, well, hopefully they stay in business. But it's a way to keep them as a patient forever. So you want to know the cool things about my tattoos? They're a tribute to Bray Wyatt. But hurt, heal. So whenever I talking to kids or a wife and they say something stupid, I'll put my hands to my ears and I'll say whatever hand I'm listening to is the hand that you have to deal with. I know. I'm 43 years old. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I don't ever have to get a job again. So this dude made a song about what Donald Trump said at the debate, and it totally backfired. He made it to fuck with Donald Trump. And what happens when you try to use something that goes against Donald Trump? It goes viral and does shit like this.
Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're
Even
eating
older
the cats.
people.
Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs.
Oh, good God.
The cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
Is this just jump?
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cat.
That's our generation. They're hearing Trump, right? I think it's a good idea. Whoever made that song, good job. I'm glad it hurt you. You're making money though. But it was used against him. Be careful. You guys have been doing that. Like the lady that was listing all the stuff that Trump wanted to do during his election, saying it was Project 2025. But a lot of it was shit that you would want. Which is crazy that she would say in a negative way. But what do I know? I'm just I don't know. I eat dog, but I don't eat the cats. But I have 5 dogs and 2 cats, and I don't eat them anymore. I don't eat animals that are part of the family. Like my pig. I didn't eat him when he died. I buried him in the backyard with my other pets. And I gave him a blueberry bush. Did very good this year, that blueberry bush. All right. That was that video. And in case, if you like that video, there's a guy out there that was like, you know what? Such a good song. I think I'll make a remix. About a 2-minute long remix. So if you don't like it, I don't fucking care. But you're here anyway. So that's okay. My bad. Normally I turn away from the mic.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
People of Springfield, please don't eat my cats. Why would you do that? Eat something else. People of Springfield, please don't eat my dog. Here's a catalog of other things to eat.
They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I only listen to the first 3 seconds before I fix this, so this
They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs.
Oh, I love me some Mustangs. Oh, that's cool.
They're eating the cats.
All this is going towards that.
They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're
They're eating the
No lie,
pets
I kind
of
of
the
like
people
this
that
song.
live there.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Hold on a second. That one kind of fucked up. All right. So you remember when I was talking about Swifties and some that I don't know how that left the plantation for Swifties? This is one of them. This goes back to like football times, sports.
Taylor Swift just endorsed Kamala Harris, and I'm done. I don't want to be a childless cat lady like her. If you really love the cats, you wouldn't let the migrants eat them as pets. That's why I'm replacing all my stuff with end the wokeness stuff.
Hey, I got that shirt, kinda.
Taylor Swift just endorsed Kamala Harris, and
Uh-oh.
I'm done.
Whoa, she's burning that shit in the street. You think she's allowed to do that? Well, this is gonna be my favorite part. These are people that should be in asylums, but they go online and let people that know maybe they should be in asylums. Donald, Kamala, Kumala. You guys should start asylums. Bring back asylums. Make asylums great again. Imagine what that would do. Maybe that's why it was better back in the 1800s, the early 1900s, before you closed all the asylums. Weird. I mean, maybe they were abusing a lot of patients, but we should put even better measures in place, I think. I still think asylums are a good idea, even though I would probably end up in one. Hopefully they give me a room that's padded, because that would be cool. That would be like Spider-Man. So let's get to mental health awareness. And some 19-year-old that apparently fell for the great transition stuff. And listen to the ages that this young something, I don't really know what to call it right now, but let's listen.
I'm going to talk about this comment. My name is Grace. I'm a 19-year-old detransitioning femme, and I started testosterone at 13 in the state of Arizona. To get to that point, I went through 9 months of gender therapy, which I do not believe was long enough. My current therapist recommends about 1 to 2 years before she will even think about writing a letter. And the reason why I was able to be fast-tracked through it so quickly was because I had wealthy parents that were liberal. There is no other reason, nothing special I did or things I said or whatever. The only reason why I was able to get testosterone so young was because I had liberal, wealthy parents. So people ask me how to get testosterone so young, and literally all I can say is be privileged.
Oops, shit, my bad.
That's it. Be privileged. My personal beliefs are that
Is that a pink rock
extra
star?
checks and balances to prevent youth from starting testosterone or estrogen don't work. I think that if a youth is hell-bent on starting hormones, there is not very much you can say to stop them. And my beliefs are that you should have 1 to 2 years of gender therapy and a full psych evaluation. That isn't the standards of care through the W path right now. But that's just what I believe. Yeah.
So my next question for this, I still don't know what to call her. Him. Fuck. Does she regret it? Oh, that question, the main question is, at what age? During therapy, at what age should they attempt all these mastectomies and all that shit? What age is acceptable? You think it's really weird if you're a man pretending to be a woman, all you really gotta do is get tits. You can keep your dingling. And if you don't like them, you can have them removed and you can be straight again. I don't know. But for a young woman, she has to cut her tits off with a permanent scar. Seems like child abuse. Oh, this shit pisses me off. This little fucker. I'm just gonna say fucker now. Why? That works. Obviously has no concept of gender.
Since discovering my gender expression and how fluid it is, I've come to a realization that if you want to date me, you have to be okay with the fact that you might wake up to a little boyfriend, a little androgynous partner, or a little femme girlfriend. You might have a boyfriend one day and a girlfriend the next day, depending on how I'm feeling in my gender expression. And I love that about me. I love that I'm not being put in a box anymore. I mean, I think I'm the only one that put myself in boxes, but I'm glad I'm taking myself out of the box and like allowing myself to be more fluid with my gender expression. Previously in the past, I would date people that loved being with a mask. Okay, they were like, I only want to be with a mask. I am femme for mask, 100%. You cannot be anything else. And they loved that about me. They loved that I was androgynous, more masculine. They loved that I would wear chest binders and that half the time I would be perceived as a boy. I literally dated people who were like, oh my god, you just got called sir. I love that. What do you mean you love that? Because I didn't love that. I didn't love that. I'm non-binary. I don't like being called ma'am or sir, okay? I didn't love that. Why do you love it? And I hated that, okay? It was terrible. So if you want to date me, you have to be okay with the fact that some days you'll have a boyfriend, some days you'll have a girlfriend, and some days you'll have a little androgynous partner, okay? That is what I need. That is what I want because that is who I am.
All right. Honestly, she, because I know she's a she, is very confused. But if I might go back to my dad's philosophy on that one. You ready? The 4 F's. Find them, feel them, fuck them, forget them. I don't want to deal with that crazy any longer. Back to migrants. This one, oh my god. This is, they're talking about migrants that murdered a family of 4, to include 2 children. Migrants aren't causing trouble, guys. I just want to say. The illegal ones aren't the illegal ones, which Donald Trump was talking about, and which cause most of the crime lately in these sanctuary cities. Whether or not they're drunk driving and they hit people, whether or not they gang rape 13-year-olds in a park, whether they stab a woman and then get caught in Chicago from New York, that shit never happens. And if you think it is, you're a racist.
Well, a community in mourning tonight as friends and family remember the 4 people who were found dead at a home on Knapp Avenue in Irondequoit earlier this month. Gio Battaglia attended a vigil for that family tonight. He joins us now in the studio. Gio.
Teresa, tonight that community laid down toys, lit candles, and placed photos of the family on the steps of that Knapp Avenue home.
Today we don't say a goodbye, we say until we meet again. Because the Lord allows us to meet them one more time.
Tonight's vigil for the family found dead on Knapp Avenue Saturday, led by prayer.
In the midst of what's going on and this sad tragedy,
Is that a cutout?
we can assure you that we have
that's the family that died.
to bring us
Shit.
comfort in a time of need.
Family and friends of 30-year-old Freme Ubaldo, 26-year-old Marangeli Moreno Santiago, 4-year-old Evangeline Ubaldo Moreno, and 2-year-old Sebastian Ubaldo Moreno, emotional as they continue to come to terms with the unexpected death. Irondequoit police responded to the home for a fire. When crews went inside after, that's when they found the 4 bodies. The police chief called it a homicide, one of the worst he's seen in his career. I talked with one neighbor off camera tonight. She told me she remembers seeing the family walk up and down the street frequently, always joyful, always together. She said she was heartbroken Saturday when she found out they had been killed, agreeing with the message of tonight's prayer.
The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit.
And the godmother of the children killed has created a GoFundMe for the family of the victims to help with travel costs.
That's just one. That's just one incident of many. They're not causing. They're not responsible for all the crime in America. What time is it? But a good portion of it. And as we saw with the Chinese guy that launders money for China, they can't do anything. They let him walk away because it's a sanctuary city. The group that beat up the cops released the same night. Cops will even say in those cities, we can't do anything. And ICE is not allowed in there. And they won't hold them for ICE a lot of the times. So they go out and keep reoffending over and over again. This is a prep school in New York, Queens, New York.
Prepared to talk to your child about parents at the Middle Village Prep Charter School in Middle Village, Queens, outraged after hearing about a 7th grade writing assignment, which we've now learned has cost a teacher their job. The assignment contains several provocative questions that students were told by that teacher to ask each other. Parents showed us screenshots of the assignment questions, which include, quote, "What are your feelings about killing a handicapped child at birth?" Here's another. "What has been the worst sexual experience of your life?" Question number 5 reads, quote, "On an airplane, you are talking pleasantly to a person of average appearance. Unexpectedly, the person offers you $10,000 for one night of sex. Knowing there is no danger and that payment is certain, would you accept that offer?" Melissa, one of the parents who asked...
Listen, I don't care what grade they are, K through 12, that should not be allowed, period. And it's unprofessional for the teacher to actually put that shit out there and give it to the students as homework. That's fucking crazy that actually happened. And it's not the only one that happens in this country. They do it all the time in California. There's stories all the time. They use that shit to groom kids. And that's taxpayer-funded school.
us to conceal her identity for privacy reasons is furious.
These questions are disturbing. It caused a lot of stress to students, especially to my child.
Would you, as a middle school mom, be prepared to talk to your child about those topics discussed in that assignment?
No, yeah.
School officials declined to talk to us about this situation, but a letter sent to parents Thursday confirms the unidentified teacher's firing. It reads in part, quote, "Due to this negligence, the teacher was dismissed. The safety and well-being of our students are our top priorities." But Melissa says the damage is done.
Promoting violence, sexual content to middle schoolers. They are so young, 11, 12, 13 years old, very impressionable. I've never seen something like this. I'm shocked. I'm disgusted. I feel that, students are not even safe in schools now.
We often see those videos. I do show a lot of videos, and you'll see in a lot of the catchers videos, there's a lot of people in education. And there's a lot of vets, unfortunately. Black eyes on everyone's society, and more states should follow suit with Florida. You call it inhumane? I don't give a shit. They stole a kid's life. I mean, both mentally and sometimes physically. No sympathy. Oh, I like this one. So there's a video. You remember when Trump said that the immigrants are taking black jobs, and the liberals lost it. But didn't Joe Biden also say the same thing? I don't know. Let's find out.
In just 3.5 years, we created over 2 million new black jobs for black Americans and black. In just 3.5 years, we created over 2 million new black jobs for black Americans and black.
Oh. Oh. They were applauding it. Where was the outrage then? I'm just saying. It's favoritism, just like with anything. It's crazy that this is the guy that led our country for the past 4 years. And it's even crazier that there's people out there that want 4 more years of it. We knew neither one of them's fucking made any decisions whatsoever. I mean, look at Kamala Harris. She can't even fucking speak in public. Well, she can, but she gets fucking flustered, just like I do sometimes, but I have an excuse. It's a popularity contest at this point for, I think, both. But we'll see. It's just crazy, and it's only going to get crazier the closer and closer we get to the election. And just wait. Until the inauguration is going to be an interesting time for this country. Because we know who's winning the election. And it's going to make a lot of lefties mad.
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
I support buybacks.
How mandatory is your gun buyback program?
It's mandatory.
I will not ban fracking. I have not banned fracking as Vice President of the United States, and in fact, I was the tie-breaking vote on the Inflation Reduction Act, which opened new leases for fracking.
Will you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking your first day in office, adding the United States to the list of countries who have banned this devastating practice?
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
I absolutely support, and over the last 4 years as Vice President, private health care options.
You support the Medicare for All bill, I think initially co-sponsored by Senator Bernie Sanders. You're also a co-sponsor on it. I believe it will totally eliminate private insurance. So for people out there who like their insurance, they don't get to keep it?
Well, listen, the idea is that everyone gets access to medical care. And you don't have to go through the process of going through an insurance company, having them give you approval, going through the paperwork, all of the delay that may require. Who of us has not had that situation where you got to wait for approval and the doctor says, well, I don't know if your insurance company is going to cover this? Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
The kind of health care she wants is exactly what veterans get. VA healthcare system is a perfect example of socialized health care. Look what happens to veterans.
On. The United States Congress, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Senate, came up with a border security bill, which
that security bill, sorry, my eyes were fucked up for a second. That security bill, I remember it. I went over a portion of that bill. A portion of that bill had authorization to keep funding in the program of FISA, Foreign Intelligence Surveillance. The one where I'm telling you, they pretty much monitor everything that goes outside the country. They won't tell you that. They don't monitor anything coming in. They only monitor shit going out. So if they monitor everything that they think is going out, they're monitoring this. They're monitoring your phone calls. They can actually see what else is in the background of your computer or laptop because that's what they do. It's all held in a giant in Virginia in a giant underground facility. Do I sound crazy? Absolutely not, because it's fucking true. And that's why they wanted it. So what they did, because that didn't pass, they're still finding a way around it. All they got to do is hide it in bills. That's why senators should read everything that comes across.
Supported. And that bill would have put 1,500 more border agents on the border to help those folks who are working there right now, overtime, trying to do their jobs. And I think there's no question that we've got to critically...
Here's my thing on the border. You got 4 border states. Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California. Each one of those states has their own National Guard. National Guard are there to protect states. And they get funded. For something like that, the federal government would step in and fund those units. Seems like a simple task. We already have money set aside for defense. And we don't have to hire a bunch of border agents that, by the way, these 5,100 border agents they wanted to hire, they weren't there to process. They're there to be fucking leading people. All right, this way, where do you want to go? They're not fucking doing their jobs. That's why we have, if you listen to the media, we have 11 million illegals in this country. Donald Trump thinks it's more 21, 22. I think it's closer to 26%. Forgot what we were talking about. Not 26%, 26 million illegals in this country right now. Because you remember, they're not keeping record of some of them. And if they fucking don't have their appointments they miss from the courts, do they really go looking for them? No, they don't. They get a free phone because, they got to say, hey, your court date's this. They got money. They're getting housing. Hell, I'm glad that bill in California got shut down. They're not getting that 150,000. Period. So it's funny that they keep saying this, and this, but they don't tell you when it doesn't pass. Or when you think you're going to get reparations and the governor is like, nope, fuck you. Newsom did it.
Examine ICE and its role and the way that it is being administered and the work.
I don't think we're going to be in a good place if she's elected president. I don't. What time is it? Oh, shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages, I would love to continue going through all these videos, so I'll probably save them till after the football game. Time to do some alpha male shit. I don't know. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm not telling you how to think. I'm just saying think. You can see people that are supposedly thinking are the ones making decisions that are actually not thinking. It's fucking crazy. So until then.
And I looked, and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat upon him was Death, and hell followed with him.
You ever get depression? Face goes blank, no expression. Dealing with some demons, they aggressive. Looking at the gun on the dresser. Got a question, will these thoughts stop if I press it? I don't really want to off myself, but I often sit and think. Gotta shed a tear like a drop from a faucet sink. Need to talk to a shrink, walk with a priest. Wanna fight everybody when I walk down the street, want a problem? Fuck you, Your Honor. Never had a father.